Well, here to discuss is Brian Claypool. He's a criminal defense attorney. Brian, Mangioni's lawyers are trying to use the federal guilty plea to stop his state murder trial altogether. They're claiming it would be double jeopardy. Do they have a shot at getting this state case thrown out?
Hey, Rachel, great to be with you. He does, but what nobody's talking about is if I'm Alvin Bragg, I'm opposing this motion that he filed today based on what's called the Supremacy Clause. Article 6, Clause 2 of our Constitution says that you cannot have a state law that conflicts with the federal law. The federal law we're talking about is what's called dual sovereignty, where you could be tried in a state court and a federal court for the same crime. So Bragg has a great argument that this law that's in place in New York City conflicts with federal law, and federal law is supreme. So not so fast, Mangioni.
Right. Well, he's also asking for the state to throw out the 7 firearm-related charges. How does pleading guilty to stalking charges equate to double jeopardy for these charges on the firearms?
Yeah, I would argue in state court that the firearms charges are completely separate from this plea deal. And by the way, this plea deal was what's called an open plea deal. So this is dangerous in what Mangioni has done. An open plea deal means federal prosecutors didn't subscribe to this. They didn't endorse this. They were caught off guard as well.
Right.
And then he had to get up and do what's called an allocution. He's supposed to be apologizing. That was pretty pathetic. And then his lawyers are outside. That was a bunch of garbage too, proclaiming he's a victim because of his back pain. It really was a black eye.
Can we talk about the back pain? Because I'm totally confused about why that's even brought up, in that United Health he wasn't a customer of United Health. Are they trying to say that he was on some back pain medication or prescription drugs that maybe caused him to, do this, or caused him to have some sort of hallucination? Why are they bringing that up? What does that have to do with it?
Yeah, so Mangioni, for I think it was about 6 months to a year, had a really debilitating back injury. I guess he did not get adequate health care approved through his insurance carrier, but it wasn't Brian Thompson's insurance carrier. So what does he do? That's how horrifying this is. He just magically pulls Thompson out of the air and starts planning, plotting, and deliberately goes out and murders him because of his own health problems. And to have his lawyer today, though, make an excuse that somehow justifies a murder, that's ridiculous. The penal code doesn't give an exception for back pain in a murder case. No,
or frustration on the phone with insurers. Let me ask you this, because the Luigi ladies dropped that they were going to go to court today. The New York Post captured some of that insanity. I want you to see it.
Ironically, I did find out we're both on the same sleep medication, so that's a little bonding moment there.
I've always said I support Luigi whether or not he did it.
Do you think it's wrong that he murdered someone regardless of why he did it?
Everyone has a different opinion. I see it more as a revolutionary act of protest, of the likes of which we haven't seen since the civil rights era.
I don't get it. Are these women just so desensitized to murder that they actually think this is a legitimate form of protest to shoot the CEO of a company? Or is this all about influencer culture?
Yeah, this is our culture. This is where we're headed with our culture, Rachel. With Tyler Robinson's got a fan club. Mangioni, by the way, had $1.5 million donated to his defense team. We're glorifying people that execute a father with a wife and 2 kids. I mean, that's pretty pathetic too. That $1.5 million could have gone to homeless kids who need food. So that's really sobering to see those young ladies disregard the fact that we are now accepting as a norm and glorifying executions to promote public and social policy. It's just inexcusable.
Yeah, well, it's very Marxist at its roots. Brian, thank you so much.